turning Japanese, I really think so. Turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so. Turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so.
Welcome, thank you for downloading episode 143 of Suplex City Limits for January 6, 2018. You can call me dirty and then lift up your skirt. It's your boy, the King of Bong Style, Jim Vicious, and he was supposed to be the last entrant in the New Japan Rumble, but got high and fell asleep. My co-host,
Tyler Fudge. I decided to give it to a bald man with cancer.
How charitable of you.
I know, right? I even gave him the t-shirt off my back. I'm really, really jet lagged to get back here today.
Well, I'm glad that you can join us. Suplex City Limits, available for listening everywhere fine podcasts are found. You can follow me on the show Twitter at Suplex City Limit. You can follow Tyler at The Federation. If you like the show, and why the fuck wouldn't you, pick up a t-shirt at Pro Wrestling Tees, or you can make a donation on our Patreon. Help keep the lights on, like Bad Motherfuckers Casey, the Wrestling Soup Podcast, much love Mish, Joey, and Draper, the Mizcast, infamous Chris Savage, Jumpin' Jeremy Foltz, Kick-Ass Keith Martin, and Insane Ian Jackson. We thank you very much. This week on the Pot Smokin'est Wrestling Pod on the Internet, the podcast of the Immortals, we will recap Wrestle Kingdom. We will talk pretty much all Japanese wrestling this week.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's offensive. That's insensitive. We'll be taking maybe a brief look back at Raw and SmackDown. We'll talk the news of the week. We've got our SCL Top 3, Jared's Hot Takes, I'll fix 205 Live, if I remember. And maybe we'll fuck Ryan Satin in the ass. Break his back, make him humble.
Ooh, what did he do now, I wonder?
No, he just pissed me off this week.
He tends to piss people off a lot, if you ask me. But I mean, yeah. I wouldn't get my news from a guy that used to work at TMZ. I'm smarter than that. You, sir, just disappeared. Where you go?
What happened?
I don't know. You disappeared, man. You went somewhere deep. I figured you went into the sunken place or something.
I don't know. Did my shit cut out?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Anyway, what's our podcast?
we have been having. Now I've got tendonitis. My ears are ringing. What did you do, Jim? What did you do? Know. Man, there's something trying to kill us through the airway. I bet it was Ryan Satin, that son of a bitch.
Are you having problems now?
No, oh no. I just got tendonitis. My ears are ringing.
I think that's tinnitus. You have tendonitis in your muscles, man.
Fuck.
And your tendons.
Yeah, we'll edit that one out. No, we won't.
No, you won't.
No, man. No. Never.
Yeah, we've been sitting here for a while. We've had some tech problems. We've been getting baked. I've been drinking, so it's Friday night. Holy fuck, huh?
And it just feels right. Yeah, Cutie Elton John, man. Not the Nickelback version.
It's going to be something. So, we're start off talking about Wrestle Kingdom, huh?
Oh, we might as well. So, I mean, that music that you sent me, that was for an intro, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was like, I really hope he didn't want me to play that right now because I'm not ready for that. But Wrestle Kingdom was an experience, if you ask me. Wrestle Kingdom started, for me, was 1 a.m. For you, I'm assuming you didn't watch it live. I watched it somewhat live, almost live.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Rumble?
I did. I love the Rumble, dude. I'm one of the few people who likes the Rumble.
Okay.
I look forward to it every year.
Because, like, in terms of it being like, on scales of being a good Rumble, it's nowhere near being a good Rumble. But it's the names that you see, the different names that you're not used to seeing. You know, we got to see Tiger Mask. You don't see him all the time. Cheeseburger. I don't know. There's a lot of people in the Cheeseburger. Are you one of those, Jim?
I mean, I don't have a beef with the guy. I don't like him personally. I'm not like into Cheeseburger or anything, but the Japanese are.
And Liger, apparently.
Fucking Liger's the man.
I know, right? But no, I mean, there wasn't a huge amount of names. The winner, it had a good ending, but I mean, Masahito Kakura. I don't know how to say his name.
Why did you even try?
I think I did almost okay. Masahito Kakahara.
I think it's Kakihara. Yeah, Kakihara.
Yeah. Anyways, the UWF, the shoot fighting promotion place. So he was the winner. He's been battling cancer, and he plugged Takayama's what do you call it? What's those things at charity? That's what I'm looking for. The word charity.
I thought some notes on this, dude. I thought it was cool to see Delirious.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I didn't see Delirious because I was having trouble. New Japan World was not being cooperative for the first 15 minutes of the show, and a lot of people had trouble with it. So I came into it as Cheeseburger was entering. No, Delirious. No, when El Desperado came in. That's the first one I remember seeing.
There's going to be a point of conversation, I think, throughout this, and that's like, it doesn't have to be an amazing like match with crazy shit and all that. Just to be good, like I enjoy it. Yeah, just seeing like who's going to show up, seeing some of the old guys you don't get to see anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know,
but we didn't get a lot of those old guys though.
No Scott Norton. I was pissed. I was waiting for Scott Norton, dude.
Yeah, all we got really was Kakihara and I don't know. That was about it, really, wasn't it? Jushin. You can't really count them. You see them constantly, anyways.
Yeah.
You got to see a match with Leo Tonga.
Oh god. And dude, please somebody stop Tenzon from having fucking wrestling matches. Please. I can't look at that dude's my fucking ankles.
No, man. He's on one fucking Japanese well brought up wind will take him down nicely.
What the fuck? He's got to stop. How do they let him do that?
Dude, Japan is literally the Wild West. Literally.
Yeah, it's awful. I don't even know how he fucking stands like that.
By literally, I mean not literally because it's the East and not West, but it's the Wild East. Make sure, because some cocksucker somewhere will call me out for not knowing that it's the East, and I'll get furious, and I'll lose all my Twitter followers. Which almost happened. I tweeted something and I deleted it because I lost like 20 followers.
What was it like when I did that thing of with that gif of fucking Kennedy's head exploding in a convertible, and like people fucking immediately were just like, no.
What I was getting at, okay, just so that
how the hell's happened? We just did your 1 year anniversary last week, right? And then this week is like that we're in the biggest fucking shit show ever. Both of us. It's awesome.
Oh, I don't even know where I was going, to be complete. I've talked myself into a corner.
Well, we talked about the New Japan Rumble.
Oh. So. Yeah, I guess. I was going to make a point somewhere. Oh, the guy that I fucking tweeted at. That's what I was talking about, Jim.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, might as well. We can't leave him off on a note like that. It wasn't even something big. It was this guy saying, oh, Okada's only had 7 matches this year. How can he beat AJ Styles, who's had all kinds? It's like, well, quantity, or was it quality over quantity, you fucking twat? And I tweeted it. And man, I seen the numbers just go. And I was like, oh, twat is not okay, apparently. Okay.
What?
I don't know.
I call people a cunt on Twitter all the time.
I called somebody a fucking twat and lost like 20 followers. Maybe they were his best friends. I don't know.
Fuck them.
But either way,
from there,
fucking literally.
Young Bucks and Roppongi 3K.
Yes, which to me, Jim, I don't know how you feel. This is one of my favorite matches of the night.
Really?
Yeah. I thought that this match told such a good story about both of their backs being bad, and in my opinion, Matt Jackson sold his back like nobody's fucking business.
Yeah?
To me, that was a fuck you to Jim Cornette and everybody.
I suppose, but then they put like a really corny spot in there with the tap out and like biting his hand. And like,
I get you there, but I mean, that's a Young Bucks match, right? A Young Bucks match has some comedy in it somehow. So, I mean...
It was decidedly un-Young Bucks for the Young Bucks.
Yeah. It was, if you went in expecting a spot fest by the Young Bucks, you weren't going to get it and you were going to be disappointed. But if you just went in there hoping for a good opening match, boy, in my opinion, you were not misguided whatsoever.
Yeah, that's what I thought about too. Is they're definitely trying to say, to the naysayers, they're like, we can't fucking sell and shit. We'll show you, we can sell.
Well, it's yet to be seen if Nick can sell because it was all Matt, but we know Matt can sell.
Yeah, it was good too. Actually, some of the was Yo, right? Is Yo the one who hurt his back as well?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I think so, Yo. His I was like convinced of for a little bit. Like he sold me on it. He landed on the edge of the ramp. He got up. He was very he looked hurt. He looked like he fucking hurt his back.
Yeah. Well, and I missed where they thought or where they said Matt hurt his back, and when he was on the apron and they went for the tag and he's like no, and then Nick came to talk to him. I was like, oh, he's actually hurt, and it was like, oh, okay. Well, if you fooled me that he was actually hurt, then obviously he was selling well.
If I recall correctly, he took like a flat back bump out of the ring. It's on the fucking ground outside.
Jesus.
Like, over the top rope, pretty much fucking flat down the fucking ground.
See, if I seen that, I would have thought he died. But yeah, no, the match I thought was great. I wouldn't put it up there in like my top 3, but it would definitely, if we were still doing SCL top 5, it would be top 5.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. But yeah, I don't know. As far as that, too, Romero took a fucking running power bomb on the ramp. Like, this guy can't wrestle, but he's going to take fucking running power bombs on the ramp.
Well, he can obviously wrestle. He still wrestles in ROH.
Yeah. He wasn't on the Dash show or anything.
No, he's probably selling that, right? Well,
he was at ringside.
Okay. Fair enough. I didn't get it. I said I was going to watch that match, and then I got stoned. So, yeah.
It happens. Yeah. But moving on from that, we had the Neverweight 6-man.
I mean, the fucking...
Wasn't it?
Schmaz.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever the fuck I did not like this match at all. To me, this is the worst match of the night.
Oh, it could be. It wasn't that good. There's some good shit in there. Beretta did a moonsault into a stun gun, which I love, like, when people get caught in cutters off of, like, shooting star presses or moonsaults and shit. I don't know, I just pop for that.
Yeah, well, didn't Marty Scurll do it too in the 4-way? When
Of course in New Japan, people are doing it in the fucking second match and shit, right?
Heavyweight.
Yeah, not much really in there. Who's the... I don't even have the full list of the people on that, but I just can't... Go ahead.
Oh, I can give you the full list. You had Beretta, Tomohiro Ishii, and Yano. You had Bad Luck Fale, Tamatanga, and Tangaloa. You had Taichi Iizuka, which is that I hate. I think that's any match that has Iizuka in it is immediately my least favorite match of the night. And that's the guy with the dog collar and shit, the crazy guy that runs through the crowd.
Dude, I was gonna put that over actually. Like,
I hate that.
I don't care
so
about
much.
in the ring, but I fucking love the idea of like a fucking madman on the loose, dude. Like, he's like a fucking animal on the loose when he comes out. I fucking love it. It's like takes me back to like Bruiser Brody shit, like the old days.
Oh no, I get it, but like there was a time, like I believe a year ago or so more, where this happened every time you watched a New Japan show, and it's like, oh, Christ. Yeah. It's just something that you would get tired of after a while. But Zack Sabre Jr. is on that team as well. And then you had War Machine and Elgin, and then Juice Robinson, Taguchi, and Makabe.
Holy fuck. Yeah, I think coming into it, everybody knew this was going to be kind of just a boring match.
Yeah, and you take it...
And a clusterfuck.
17-minute match, and there was like 4 or 5 pins.
Yeah. And I just can't be bothered to care about these never fucking belts.
No.
Especially that one.
Okay, let's fast forward to the one day later.
Mm-hmm.
The Bullet Club win the titles.
Yeah.
So it's a hot potato title. It's nothing.
Right. From here we had Cody, not Rhodes, with Brandy Rhodes, taking on Kota Ibushi. I thought was fantastic.
I tweeted out that I finally am on board of the Cody Rhodes train.
Welcome aboard, dude.
Because this match was great. I fucking loved this match.
Dude, Cody is a fucking character, man. He's a fully fleshed out fucking character, and he's awesome.
Yep. And I thought the addition of Brandy getting, psyched out, where Kota Ibushi has her in his arms, and it's just like she's faking to be hurt. It's just great.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
How many of those Jap dudes in the crowd do you think were jacking off to fucking black women porn that night? I bet fucking all of them.
Well, they could have just got her leaks, right? Or nudes or whatever the fuck they are.
She doesn't have nudes, does she?
Oh yeah, she does.
Brandy Rhodes?
Oh yes.
What?
Oh yes.
All right. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. But
press pause on the recording. Let's do this right now. But no, dude, a lot of people bitch about Cody in New Japan. Like, oh, we're just sick of him fucking. As I listen to, I'm not going to name their podcast, but you know who I'm talking about. They're very fucking in on this, and they were bitching about it. Like, oh, I don't want to see him on any more fucking New Japan. Like, dude, it doesn't have to be. Not every match has to be this insane, like, spot fest between two dudes. I mean, come on now. He's a character. And there's more to wrestling than just, like, amazing fucking work rate shit.
If all you have is amazing work rate shit, you're just going to be bored. It's going to muddy the waters, you know what I mean? You've got to have something where somebody can just take your emotions can only be so high for so long before you just get tired and you lose interest. So that's what, like, not necessarily this match, but, like, you take a Yano match, the never open 6-way championship matches, those are the matches where it's just giving you a break just to let you come down, laugh a little, maybe talk to the guy next to you, and then you go back to the next match and you can get hyped up for the big spots. That's what that's all about.
I just think there's something to the fact of that everybody's so hung up on work rate right now, and they don't give a fuck about characters anymore.
That everybody's just Joe Schmo from Florida.
That's why I'm entertained by him. That's like him and Dalton Castle, right, from Ring of Honor. That wasn't some amazing work rate match, but it was fucking awesome because it was two guys with, like, actual characters doing actual fucking, actual work, man. I don't know.
No, I agree. Dalton Castle's not an amazing worker at all.
No.
But his character is such a fun character to get into that you want to watch anyways. The fact that he's in PWG based on his character alone. You know what I mean? Like,
how has that guy not been in Japan?
I don't know. He's a former radio DJ. You know that?
I did not know that.
Yep.
But somebody asked me about that. Like, why doesn't he go over to Japan? I'm like, you know what? I have no fucking idea, man. I have no idea.
He was over there in New Japan when ROH was there.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he was. But, I mean, he's not like a regular, he's not like Cody or something like that.
No. And, maybe the Japanese don't like a feminine male character. Because, let's face it, Japan is a little behind on, like, what's culturally acceptable.
In ways.
Like, if you smoke weed, you're going to jail.
Yeah, but you can buy used women's panties out of vending machines.
Right,
like,
exactly.
But
it's that
bizarro land.
In my opinion, and hey, I'm just a stone fat boy from Canada, so don't take my opinion for fucking money. But like the social constraints in Japan, where everything is so prim and proper, so tight that it's just caused these leaks of super weirdness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I heard somebody was buying their New Japan tickets out of a machine at 7-Eleven in Japan. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, what did you think of this match overall? Good shit, yeah.
Oh, the Cody.
Yeah, there's some weak shit in there, though. I mean, kind of all these matches, I thought there's, like, little things I could nitpick if I wanted to, but...
Of course. I thought the Crossroads outside was absolutely amazing.
Oh, dude, that was,
Ibushi looked like he got rocked on that, but, I mean, it looked pretty safe afterwards. But, like, I don't know, he looked like he died.
Yeah, I popped hard for that. It was good. But there's this part where, like, okay, so Cody takes a swing outside with a chair. He misses, and that stuns him, like, makes him groggy long enough for Ibushi to go in and run all the way across, bounce off, run all the way back, and do a dive. I mean, I know the lucha guy here is sitting here complaining but about standing for dives, but he literally just swung a chair, and that made him groggy.
Yeah, no, I get it. There's always going to be those nitpicky spots. Let's face it, there's a lot in the four-way. You know, you can nitpick the four-way like it's going out of business.
Ibushi wins with a Phoenix Splash, which, yeah, good shit.
Yeah. Thanks for reining me in there.
Oh, no, I wasn't trying to.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. I really do. Our next match, though, I don't have anything else to say about that. Our next match is Evil Sonata taking on the Killer Elite Squad. I'm curious to know, Jim, what's your thoughts on this match?
I don't know, man. I enjoyed the fact that, you know, like Davey Boy and Archer. I don't really know who this Archer dude is other than from this, but
okay. Can you? Did you ever watch TNA? Did you ever watch TNA back in the day?
Yeah. No, not really.
Okay, well, he used to be a character named Lance Hoyt.
Oh, Weath.
Hoyt.
Yeah, I thought, like, they're fucking big dudes. They fuck these dudes up a bunch. That was kind of cool, but they don't look like a tag team to me. They, you know, so.
I get it. I get it. The Davey Boy looks just like his father around 1999. His father.
Yeah, but he's like, wearing jeans and shit. Like, get some fucking gear, dude. What are you doing?
They're both.
You two motherfuckers, go get some gear that matches and come back.
You, Lance Archer, stop looking like a fucking Kid Rock clone.
Well, there's that too. But yeah, I mean, I don't like Evil either, really. So
I see. I think Evil is a pretty good wrestler. Like, some of his matches in G1 were amazing. He can really go. I mean, my big problem. Like, again, sorry, go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm just very like. I don't want to like characters, you know. I like characters. So what is that guy really? I don't.
I get it.
Coming out with all this shit, I'm just like, eh.
And then I'm kind of in that boat with Sonata. Like, Sonata got worked over like a son of a bitch in this match, but did his face ever say it? Nope.
Yeah, did his hair ever say it?
Nope. Really, first off, whatever the fuck he uses in his hair, it's fucking good shit. It should be very expensive, but
fucking octopus semen or something.
Yeah, but no, I don't know if it's supposed to be a take on his nickname Cold Skull. I don't know if that's supposed to mean like he's got a cold expression on his face all the time.
Dude, that's glad you brought that up because I didn't have it on my notes, but I was like, Cold Skull. Like, that doesn't even make any sense in English.
It's like lack of charisma. That's what that means.
It's just like in Japan, you know, they like to use English words just because it's cool.
Yeah.
You know, because they fucking love us and shit. But, dude, Japanese people
That's
love
some
America.
fucking Kenny Powers shit right there.
Because they love us. Fuck right they do. No, dude. The Japanese love America. That's a fact, Jack.
Yeah, no, it is. The culture itself drives them to it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they like Americans because I don't really like other Americans, but I think they like our culture and shit. Remember, like, when you could sell fucking, like, your beat-up old jeans for, like, tons of money and fucking people in Japan would buy, like, old American jeans that were super ripped up and worn for, like, tons of money. That's like a status symbol. So.
My mother went to Russia in, like, the 70s, and they had people, like, begging them from, like, their hotel room windows, asking them for blue jeans and gum.
Blue jeans and gum.
Yeah, blue jeans and gum. Can you imagine?
I don't know why that struck me so funny.
Please, sir. I don't know how to do a Russian accent, so it's going to be English. Please,
Definitely
sir.
Not that.
May I have your blue jeans?
Fuck. I'm going to bail you on. Moving on! Unless you have anything else on that match.
I'm good.
This match is kind of like, for me.
To me, it was nothing work rate wise, but I thought like it done a good job of making Evil and Sonata look tough because they had those two guys beat the living shit out of them for days.
Yeah,
but that's all I had to say.
Yeah, get some matching gear, dude. That's my... I don't know. I'm a real fucking stickler about that, I guess. Like, if you're going to be a fucking tag team, be a fucking tag team, God damn it.
Fuck individuality.
Oh, no! You can wear different shit. You just has to tie together somehow.
No, I get you. You can wear trunks and you can wear pants. As long as it's got the same color scheme, you're okay.
Yeah, that's all I ask.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would like that in unity as well, sir. I agree.
Like, finally, Gable and old Jordan finally got fucking matching gear.
Man, it's crazy with a seamstress on staff. It took fucking 4 or 5 weeks.
She's still working on them. Just her.
They got her in the back of the trucks while they're still moving, just sewing around. That's why she can't get nothing done. She's going over bumps and she's poking her fingers and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
As we move into the next match, which I loved, we have no idea really what our top 3 is. We're going to hash it out on the show, so.
As we're going along, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same thing.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
I love this next match. How about you?
Me too. It was one of my favorite matches of the night.
Goto versus Suzuki, hair versus hair. It was fucking awesome. Just a brawl. Just
Goto
insane.
Took a beating.
Yeah. It was pretty absurd.
That choke spot from the turnbuckle looked great.
Except he was out cold. Yeah. And, like, that doesn't stop the match. Like, the doctor comes in there and shit. And then the doctor's like, no, he's good. Like, he's not good. What are you talking about?
He almost died. he just got hung.
Suzuki's such a fucking badass. Like, that dude just frightens me, man.
He is, man. What a fucking... Like, if a camera is somewhat close to his face, he'll just give it, like, that Jurassic Park look. where he just fucking gives you a slight side of the face and he just cocks his eye all the way over. It scares the shit out of me.
He just looks intense, man. He looks like if you were fucking around down, somewhere in Tokyo and you fucked up and somebody's like, now we're going to take you to see the boss. And you go through some dark hallways and, like, here's this guy who's, like, sitting there with a gun and it's fucking Suzuki.
Yeah, no, I agree. He
looks like a dude who fuck you up. What?
He
looks like a hitman or something.
Yeah, and he's like, he's 49 years old.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's never going to stop because what he does, he can do that for years.
Yeah.
He can do it till the wheels fall off.
I also enjoyed that he, not only when the doctor gets in, like, Suzuki fucks up the doctor. Like, yes!
Yeah,
I love it.
Because Suzuki is just, he's a badass. He's just going to kick your ass and anybody that comes in his way. And that's what we got, man. It was great.
Yeah, he also took an avalanche Ishigoroshi. Like, holy fuck, dude. 49 years old.
Oh, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like,
it was stiff
are
as
they
fuck,
built
man.
different? I wonder. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is there something? Did that, like, nuclear power plant seep something into their water that's made them superhuman? Yeah.
It's possible.
Something had to happen for Hanma's voice to be so goddamn deep. Man, he commentated the show last year, and it was just... Sorry.
Yeah. It was a good shit, man. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Also, there's like he threw a gnarly drop kick in there somewhere that was just like... It was like 25 minutes in or something. And just kicked that motherfucker in his face. It was good.
Yeah, no, it was. They had a couple good replays of that, and it looked killer every time they showed it. Got him right in the jaw.
Yeah, so let me look here. This match is like one of my favorites of the night.
Yes.
More for me, more than the Young Bucks match.
Yep.
And Cody and Ibushi is also more than that Young Bucks match for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Well. Yeah. No, I'll give you that. When I said it was one of my favorite, I guess there's only one match on the show I didn't like, so like there's like 8 favorites. but no, I agree. The Cody match is better than the Young Bucks match, and this match is better than the Cody match.
And like the little things where Suzuki fucking loses, he's kind of fucked up, he's kind of out of it. They try to drag him away. You know, and he refuses, comes back, brings his own chair, slams it down, starts shaving his own shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome.
Because he's a man of his fucking word.
I wish he'd have shaved more of it in the ring, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, when you look at it, though, you know, having your head shaved in public in Japan is considered just like humiliating. And so
yeah, definitely.
The fact that he went in and cut his own hair and only cut a little bit just shows you how humiliating it is. You know, it does a good job in telling that. But no, I thought it was great. That adds so many layers to Suzuki. Just to be like, you know, he's a badass, but he's a man of his word.
Right. Yeah, for sure, man. It was very good. What else do we have here? The four-way.
The four-way, yes, which a lot of people are really high on.
I liked it.
I liked it. I wouldn't put it as one of my favorites.
Some people are saying that they thought it was the match of the night.
I think those people are fucking ridiculous.
Or they thought it was like, you know, maybe their second favorite behind Okada and Naito.
I would say they're ridiculous. I really would. I'm sorry if you're one of them, but I think it's ridiculous. I do.
Yeah. Well,
I wish Jarrett was here to back up my opinion, because I know he would back it up.
well, he hates Ospreay.
Exactly. I don't know. I get it if you're looking at it from a lucha standpoint, but like that moonsault off the camera fixture, I immediately hated that, because look how long it took, and they all just looked up there like fucking ants, you know, just like
fuck, it's wrestling.
I
dude.
know, but it's just like there's better ways to do it. I would rather see you jump out of the ring than jump off the lighting fixture and have it take 10, 15 seconds.
Well, I agree with you there.
Opinion.
I mean, I get that, but it doesn't bother me too much because fuck it, wrestling. But I know what you're saying. There are little things, right? That you could probably do that better.
Because a lot of people marked out about the lighting fixture moonsault. It's literally just a moonsault off something you've never seen somebody do a moonsault off of.
Yeah.
It's no higher.
Also, if anybody has any information on where to get my Daryl Takahashi a luchador mask, hit me up on Twitter, because I saw that and I was watching it with the missus, and she's like, she just knew, because like she's sitting in a room full of luchador masks and a Daryl, and she's like, you don't fucking need that. I didn't even say a word. She's like, don't go looking to buy a fucking mask for your stuffed cat, you fucking nerd.
The first place I thought you were going to go with that was just as you got your Daryl Takahashi, now there's a Daryl Takahashi with a mask.
Yeah, well, they don't even market it. That's the dumb thing. Like, that company's stupid. They should be all behind this, selling these fucking Daryl things.
Where did you buy this Daryl that you got?
From Japan.
Was it a certain company?
I was on Amazon, but it's still shipped from Japan.
Oh, okay.
Like an Amazon seller in Japan.
So weird.
I know.
It's like,
I hear you, man.
I don't understand. That is real. I've never thought about it like that. But hey, whatever, man. It's Japan. Fuck it.
And also, like, if you're gonna get into like not liking certain things, how about being so fucking dense that you can have one arm taped to something with tape for minutes on end and not be able to get out of it?
I get
Honestly.
I get it. No, you can find the end of that tape somewhere. You know what I mean? And just unravel yourself.
Do both of them or something. Or, throw him over the fucking rail into the crowd, grab his arms behind, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pulling him back towards, and then tie them motherfuckers together like crazy.
Yeah. But now, but if you went that way, then you wouldn't have been able to have Takahashi as that, because you had to have him escape somehow, right?
He could still escape. I mean, I get taping one arm with a little bit of tape, and the guy like sells it for fucking 5 minutes. That's just ridiculous.
But on the other hand, right? How great was it when he finally got loose and just fucking killed everybody?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they should have found a better way to do it. I agree. But the build up, what they built up to, was great.
Yeah. And dude, sunset fucking power bombs. That's an absurd fucking. And there's like everybody took one in this match.
Everybody except for Takahashi. Or no, did he?
Oh, really? I thought everybody did, because I thought
Takahashi might have, yeah.
I thought Kushida gave him one.
Yes. He gave him one for payback for all the ones he gave him.
You know, is it weird that I really like Kushida? Like, he's one of my favorite New Japan guys.
Dude,
is that weird?
Kushida is one of the best wrestlers in the world.
He's so
really
fucking just... When he comes in from, like, powdering outside, and just the speed that he fucking comes flying off the ropes at when he goes out to give that power bomb is just absurd. He's so fucking fast.
Yeah, Kushida he's one of my favorite junior heavyweights for sure.
Yeah.
The stuff he can do is amazing.
And I don't know what the gimmick is with the whole Back to the Future thing. Like, what I don't know what that is, but I like it anyway.
He's another one of those guys that's just compelled by North American culture because he spent a lot of time in Canada.
Yeah, he did.
So that culture just appeals to him, and I don't know if maybe Back to the Future, just seeing fucking Doc's hair was just like, holy shit.
But I don't know, like, what it is. You know, it's like, oh, he likes Back to the Future. He's Marty's Asian brother. I don't know, like, you know, like what's going on? He was like a foreign exchange student or something. He lived in the McFly garage.
Oh man. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like
But in this too, I mean, there's just a ton of good shit in here, right?
Oh yeah, no, like there was I had something on the tip of my tongue that I was going to talk about, and then we started talking about Back to the Future, and now it's all gone. God damn it!
Go back in time.
Oh, a bunch of those
when you were thinking of it.
Flying hoverboard locks, right? Like everybody would jump, and Kushida would catch people in them, and it's like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a guy who, you know, I'm not so up on, like, recent history of, like, you know, years back. Like, is that dude ever been at the top of the card?
Kushida?
Yeah.
Top of the juniors?
I mean, just period. And I mean, he's only done junior shit, huh?
Yeah, well, he was, he started really, when I started watching, he was a tag team, the Time Splitters with Alex Shelley.
All right, I remember that. That was a good fucking tag team.
They're a great tag team. And then he broke off into a junior, and that's really as far as he's went. But
how old is he? You don't have any idea how old he is?
I'd say 30.
A young guy still, because he's fucking good, man.
He's amazing. He is. I agree.
Like, what a lineup in this too, and like Skrull is another guy too who was like, he's put it together. He's got the work rate, plus he's got a fucking character. When he came out, he had fucking wings, man.
Dude, that was so good. So good.
He had fucking wings.
Skrull might not be the most popular guy, but when you look at him, you see superstar. You just see this guy takes everything. He uses everything. I like it. Yeah.
He's good as fuck. They do like old school shit, man. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw somebody use powder in a match. That's so like fucking 1980s heel. It's awesome.
If this was the 80s, it would be salt. They would say it was salt in the eyes.
Yeah. Pretty good. One thing with this, though, that I really didn't like, the part that I really didn't like at all, was in the end, Ospreay pins Skrull.
Yes.
And to me, if he'd have pinned somebody else, you had it built in that Skrull could say, yeah, you still haven't fucking beat me. And then you can have Skrull coming back for the belt, and you can keep this going. Instead, he pins Skrull, that's it.
Yeah. I agree. You could have made a program out of Ospreay beating him.
Because we have that story, right? We always had that story that Ospreay can't beat Skrull.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was super fucking interesting, and that would have made it even more interesting, I think. But
never again, sir.
There's a lot of people who don't question, New Japan booking, but this is not the last time I have serious questions about the booking.
Yeah, no, if you look back, their junior division is questionably booked. Very questionably booked.
Yeah. If you'd have done that, if Ospreay would have pinned anybody else, I would be super stoked for fucking in Long Beach if Skrull and the Ospreay were going again. For the belt,
Yeah. Well, I agree.
But whatever. That's about all I have on that one, I guess.
Do you have anything to say about Hiroshi Tanahashi and Switchblade Jay White?
Oh, I do. This match was a huge letdown.
It wasn't a bad match, but compared to what was around it, it was very much a letdown.
Dude, I can't do it, man. I've kind of tiptoed on it, and this is official. I can't do Jay White, man, at all.
No, you're not a fan?
No, I'm not a fan at all of this guy.
I'm indifferent. There's nothing that draws me towards him, but there's nothing that makes me say I don't like him. He's just...
They just put him under a mask. He's like a perfect candidate for a guy who should be under a mask. Just put a mask on that motherfucker.
He's so babyface. He's very babyface. He needs like a couple real fights. He needs Suzuki to kick him in the face like 6 times.
You put like Ibushi under a mask, right? And you've put ACH under a mask and shit. Like, dude, put this guy under a mask. I don't know. He looks like Edward Scissorhands without the cool haircut and cool hands. Honestly, that's what he looks like to me.
Man, I'm never going to unsee that now.
Someone really likes that guy. Must be
Gato, obviously.
Must be Gato.
Yeah, it's got to be Gato.
Because he's got everything, dude. He's got he's got the fucking cool hair, and he's got the flame shooting up, and he's got the filmed vignette and all this shit. And he didn't live up to any of it. I felt like this is his biggest moment in his career, and he just kind of.
Yeah, no, I agree. He really didn't capitalize on his opportunity. But I mean, the guy's 24, 25.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you give him a couple years, I can see him being pretty good if he does something about that face.
You could, dude, that's it, dude. I'm so glad you said that. His face, it's the problem. You could put all the cool hair and cool gear and give him a cool switchblade. Well, first off, you need to decide, is he Switchblade or is he Jay White or is he Switchblade Jay White or what's happening?
First off, he should just be Jay White. Switchblade is such a stupid fucking name.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is stupid. But if it was Switchblade and he was under a mask and shit, that could be cool, right?
Yeah, I can get behind it. I mean, sure.
I just can't do it, man. To me, his face, there's something about his face, just like takes
too
all credibility
boyish.
away from
He's
him.
too boyish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He looks like he's 12 years old with a 25-year-old's body that works out a lot.
Yeah. You imagine what people who came up with him who were like weight on the card. You know, the guys who were young boys with him.
Fucking
Like Finley?
Yes, I was just gonna say David Finley.
Finley just like, so far down the card. I gotta look at this motherfucker here with a fucking 8-year-old's face.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but David Finley also looks like he's never looked at a weight room in his life.
Well, yeah, that dude's another fucking issue altogether.
He's got Finley's physique.
Yeah. But that's really it, man. I thought Takahashi moved pretty decent, actually, considering. I think that knee thing was a lot more work than we thought it was.
I said that too. Me and Jarrett had that conversation as well. I don't know if I should out Jarrett, but he doesn't agree. But
he doesn't agree what?
That it's a little bit of a work. At least that's what I got from the conversation. He's not here to defend himself. I don't know.
No. He's listening to this right now going, they're talking about me.
Yeah. That was an obnoxious laugh. I'm embarrassed for that one.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, I mean, I thought, it just didn't live up. It was very boring. This is one of my least favorite matches.
Yeah, no, I agree. This was I feel that if this match was probably second from the card, we wouldn't be saying the same things as we would with it. But
True.
It being between I'm not discrediting them by saying that it's a spot fest, but the spot fest that was before it, and the matches that came after it, it's really how do you really live up to it?
That's fair. But dude, I was like, okay, if coming into it, I was like, well, I'll just put the belt on him, I guess, and then so that Takahashi can go and get fucking repaired.
Yeah.
But I guess he's just never gonna ever fix his arm or anything.
Maybe, but they do give you who his next opponent is.
Well, yeah.
At New Year's Dash, and I fully expect him to take it off of Tanahashi.
It doesn't do much for me. It's not smart looking. To me, taking a belt off a guy and putting it on a 49-year-old guy.
To me, it's capitalizing on just his demeanor after getting his head shaved in public, where he's just going to rape everybody, right? And just make your mother watch while he does it.
I thought Jay White shit the bed here, and I still feel like they probably should have just put it on him so they can, he's young at least. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it. The Intercontinental, New Japan doesn't do that with their titles, man. They don't. They're not going to put their title on a young guy just cause.
Oh yeah,
because you look back on who's held that Intercontinental title. No slouches have held that Intercontinental title, aside from like Michael Elgin or something.
I don't know. Before, when you was like, he's a cunt and this and that, I'd be like, but for some reason, like, I don't know if it's the shit I've read about him and stuff now, but when I see that guy's face, I'm like, this guy's an asshole. I can tell he's an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
If I look at
Thank you, Jim. I'm glad I know at least one person on my side.
Yeah.
Because everybody will bitch if I get something wrong, but they won't tell me they agree or not on this.
Yeah. But, that match didn't do much. Moving on from that, we had Jericho and Omega. Alpha versus Omega.
Yes. How'd you like that Fozzy song?
Dude, awful for a fucking entrance song.
Very, very much so.
What song was that? Is that Judas song that is going around or what? I didn't even notice.
I don't think so, because the Judas song was used in NXT. I doubt he would use the same song.
Whatever song it was, it didn't kick ass. It wasn't even heavy. It was just like some pussy song.
Well, I mean, it's Fozzy. Yeah. It's all pussy music, right?
Well, no, but they got a couple of songs that like are at least trying to be rock and roll songs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get you there. I was actually a little let down that he just looked like WWE Y2J.
I mean, kind of. He had the jacket and shit.
Like his attire was the WWE Y2J. I was hoping for something a little different. I was hoping to get rid of those fucking tights, but I mean,
yeah.
What can you?
He should be wearing pants at this point.
Well, he always wore pants. I don't know why he ever switched. To be a heel, I guess. I don't know.
Some people were talking shit too. Think that he's fat and all that. The guy's like 5 years old or 47 years old, whatever the fuck it is.
He didn't he, the same thing that happened to Kofi Kingston or something? He fucked up his chest muscle, and it's caused it just not do that? It doesn't grow.
I don't know. I think it's pretty believed that he had surgery because he had fucking steroid saggy tits. I don't know.
Fair enough.
That's what I've heard people saying.
That could be too. I heard somebody gave him shit about it, and Lance Storm tweeted out how that something about a muscle tear in his chest, and it just didn't grow back the same.
That's Brian Last.
What? Who's Brian Last?
Brian Last, he hosts some podcasts and shit. He was the one who got a big thing with Jericho, or with Storm, because he was making fun of Jericho's chest.
Storm. Fair enough.
Storm didn't like it.
I don't know. Storm blocked me on Twitter too for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. I was hoping that he was going to be managed by Cornette, but didn't.
Cornette would never make the flight to Japan, man. He would stroke the fuck out on the way over there.
No, I know, but how amazing would it have been if Cornette managed him and then the Young Bucks fucking double super kick Cornette? That would have been like the greatest fucking work of all time.
Then you learn that Cornette's just working everybody.
Right, it would have been amazing, dude.
Yeah. Which honestly is probably not far from the truth.
Yeah. Get good heat that way.
Like, I mean, this guy, this guy thinks the Midnight Express is the greatest thing in the world. Which,
yeah.
I mean, just, two ugly dudes that just fucking went around the South.
Two ugly dudes with, average bodies, yeah.
Yeah, just going around fucking people's soccer moms. That's what they were doing. And, man, it's like you're just as much of a joke as they are.
Oh, they're a great team, though.
I mean, Jim Cornette being the tennis racket waving manager is just as much of a joke as the Young Bucks are portraying themselves as. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you there. Dude, what's with Omega being... Did you see that they said on the screen he's the best bout machine? I was like, where the fuck can I buy a best bout machine shirt?
I did not see that. I seen the hashtag change the world on his screen, though.
Oh, I don't know. We should put that on our fucking shirt store.
What was it again?
Best bout machine.
Best bout
machine.
Where'd you go? You're gone. Okay, you're back.
What?
Oh, you disappeared for a second. Don't worry about it. I didn't go nowhere.
I'm like, seriously, I am reclined in my recliner sipping a fucking cocktail right now.
Jesus Christ, Jim.
There's no rule that says I have to sit up straight. Shit.
No rules whatsoever.
I might get myself a little blanket and shit even here.
Jim, before you get your blanket, did you understand what Kenny Omega was dressed as?
Dude, no. I was just going to talk shit on that, actually.
I had no idea. I'm sure it's some corporate sponsorship, probably. And I heard it's about a video game, Destiny 2. I've never played it. But
oh, is that what it was supposed to be?
Apparently, that's what I asked Travis. That's what he told me.
Fuck Destiny 2. Fuck Bungie.
Microtransactions?
Yeah, fuck them. And their microtransaction bullshit.
As soon as you said fuck them, I knew what you were going to fuck them on.
I've been very angry about that the last couple of months.
You have. You've been very angry. To the point where it's like, I messaged Jim the other day. It's like, I'm starting playing Grand Theft Auto 5 again. It's like, fuck that game and the microtransactions.
Like, paywall motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm sick of it. I'm old enough to remember when in games you didn't have to pay money to fucking switch your guy's armor to red. Get the fuck out of here. Trying to make me win colors for armor out of fucking, or win colors for things out of a fucking loot crate. You go fuck yourself.
That sounds horrifically
gay. Yeah, man. But anyway, I didn't I thought the gun and the headdress and this is stupid. But no less. What do you think about the match?
I thought the match was fantastic.
That was fucking awesome, dude.
To me, it told you a amazing story. You had the first time I think we've ever seen Kenny Omega in this light as well. In New Japan, just being ultra babyface. And, Kenny Omega gig during the match. That's something you don't really see in Japan a lot. And, I thought it was great. Like, the Chris Jericho's fieriness, or I don't know, that's not even a word. But just, how spirited he was as a heel was refreshing.
He's amazing.
He is.
He's the best heel that these fucking people have seen in I don't even know how long.
Man, he's doing a good job of making people hate him, man.
He's really amazing, yeah.
Oh, especially you take, he's shown his face 4 times. Is that what it is? On New Japan television, and he's probably the biggest heel they got.
They fucking hate him, dude. By the end of Dash, they fucking hate him.
Oh man, and rightly so. Because that's asshole moves. But man, Jesus Christ, it's great.
Yeah, it was fucking good. Omega out of the ring, over the fucking rail, through a table. Dude, what?
They didn't even move the monitors.
No, early. That was early in the match, too.
Taking Don Callis out?
Yeah. You have to think, though, if something goes fucked right there, what do you do from there when you're that early in the match?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You basically... I don't know. It's one of those things. I remember watching. This was a ROH show with Kingdom and some other match, and what's his Matt Taven, fucks his knee on the first spot.
Yeah.
and Matt or the other guy, Mike Kanellis. I can't remember his name. That's not even his name, is it? But
over there.
But no, he had to work the rest of the match with a fucked back, and it's just so awkward to see. And that's what that reminds me of, is somebody getting fucked.
After he goes through the table, He fucking puts, Jericho throws him in the walls, and then just takes out Red Shoes, and then puts Red Shoes' son in the walls.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
So good. And also one of my favorite things too, he gets out and he's like, "You see that, Chono?" He screams at Chono. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fought me hard as shit.
Some dickhead says, "See that Chono in the crowd?" He's like, "Fuck you, fuckface." And I was just like, man, this is great.
Oh my god. But yeah, Omega took crazy shit in this. It was like, he's like, "Oh, I'm working Chris Jericho. I'm going to fucking take everything."
Yeah.
And, coming into this, we talked about, like, oh, they're going to have smoke and mirrors. They didn't have smoke and mirrors. They had all of the smoke and all of the mirrors every fucking where in this match.
Yeah. They used up all of them. Every last morsel of them. But
Jericho taking pictures of Omega down on the ground, then taking pictures of his middle finger in front of the camera at the crowd. Amazing. Amazing.
I can't wait for those photos to be developed.
I hope they are.
I really do too. I really do too.
I haven't even thought about that until you say it.
We pay big money for a poster size of one of those.
Amazing, dude. You got that? He's always got merch in mind.
Yeah. You know what? You know what's another picture I wouldn't mind having a poster size of? Vince McMahon in that ref suit, giving the fans the finger behind his hand. Wouldn't mind having a blow up of that. That would be pretty dope. I'd smoke dope and look at that and hope I'm that balling at fucking 65.
Yeah. And while Omega fucking gigs off the chair in the corner shot, Jericho lays across the turnbuckles and like blowing kisses to the crowd. It was fucking great, man. But you don't hear that crowd, like they were at a fucking constant roar for minutes on end in this match, almost the whole time, like a nonstop roar.
The crowd was always chanting something. If it wasn't, Kenny, which Y2J would take the shit out of too. Every time you go to punch him, he'd be Kenny.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty dope. Just taking the shit out of the crowd.
And I saw a couple people complaining about breaking the walls on the rope. The story there was that he was exhausted from holding him in that the walls for so long. Like, I'm sorry that you don't get fucking nuance. But.
Yeah. I'm sorry you don't understand how physical bodies work over time. You give somebody 20 minutes in a physical fight, they're going to be tired. So therefore, you can't sit in squatting shit position for minutes on end. I know I can't.
Yeah. I love the finish too was great. He rips the chair at Jericho, which stuns him before he comes off, and one-winged angel on the chair.
Yeah, no, I thought that was a great placement of the chair. That happened very fluently.
Yeah, very good.
It's not like nobody kicked it there. It was in the spot where they needed it.
Yeah. Can we lock this match in? Maybe for a top 3.
Oh, yes.
Right. I feel like this has to be one of the top 3.
Yes, this is easily one of the top 3. I think there's one match where me and you will severely disagree on. And it's coming up next.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Okada, Naito.
Yes, because I just before we did the podcast, I stumbled across you on Facebook. You're mentioning how I suppose I'll let you say it instead of me going on and saying it. Why would I say it?
No, I don't know, man. And it wasn't like I didn't watch live or anything, so I wasn't tired. But I was just worn out at this point. I was just like, I don't know, especially with that Omega Jericho match. Like, that was good. That was awesome. And then this was, it was great. It's a great match, but it was very long, and I don't know, man.
It was actually shorter than Jericho and Omega.
Yeah, but that one had a lot of shit happen.
Yeah, no, I understand how you'd be tired after watching that whole show. Now, mind you, I watched up until Hiroshi, Tanahashi, and Jay White live, and then I fell asleep. Right, so I fell asleep during the Tanahashi match. Fuck you, whatever. And then I continued it the next day. So I basically just watched the first 2 matches. And, man, Naito and Okada, if you watch it the second time, that match is fantastic.
While you're breaking it down, I'm going to just interrupt you randomly with Naito.
The crowd. If there was ever a time to put the title on Naito, tonight was the night.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I just was so annoyed, like the whole fucking match. Naito, little girls, Naito, all the time.
Kids love Naito, man. It's crazy. He's just a dickhead. He's a dickhead that keeps us cool. Man.
I was gonna say it. I mean, it was a great match, but was this the best match of the night for you? Like, is this your favorite match?
Yes. It is.
Really?
Yeah. It is my favorite match of the night.
For me, like, from a technical point of view, sure. You know, like, I don't know. I don't know if I subscribe to this shit anymore with, like, what people say, this is a great match, when I had more fun watching, like, at least 2 other matches, if not 3 other matches on this card.
That's
more than I enjoyed watching this.
That's the thing, though. It's all personal opinion. That's all wrestling is, right?
Well, yeah, but most people agree on these fucking, you know, that's like on these big New Japan matches. You know, like everyone pretty much.
You're gone again.
Fuck. I have no idea.
Does it just come back?
I don't know. Did it come back now?
Oh, yeah, you're back now.
Yeah, it just seems to go away at random. I fucking don't know.
Fair enough.
Cock suckers.
But I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how to answer your question, Jim. Other than the fact that it's all personal opinion, really.
Yeah.
I thought that this match, given the whole story building up to it with Naito and Okada and the cancellation of their main event, 2 years ago, and bringing it back to now, you had a lot. If you go back and you watch that match, you'll see a lot of subtleties that are the same. Right? You'll see like the little nods to him going back to being his old character to try to defeat Okada, and just little things like that. I thought the story was really good, and it really told a good job with the story of how Naito's not finished his journey in becoming the top star of New Japan, where he's still not there yet, but he will get there.
Yeah.
Also, if you look at other things as well, this Naito story has been going on for like 3 years. This night might make sense in 2 years, and we'll look back and just be blowing our fucking minds.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Right?
I guess.
You don't know. That's the thing. It could be just a small pond in a bigger story.
Yeah, I felt like it was time. That's just me personally.
I completely agree. If any, I think that this is the hottest Naito will ever be. So
yeah, he's huge, and also, like, how good is he, man? Honestly, like, I have in my notes from this match that him working his way out of a tombstone is better than like most shit you see on fucking Raw or SmackDown. Honestly, just him trying to get out of a tombstone.
Yeah,
it's like entertaining to watch.
Little nuances like shaking your legs or whatever. You take little nods to the crowd that he'll do, or his facial expressions when he's getting beat on. It's just he looks like he's getting beat on. He's brilliant, if you ask me.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You know, we'll see where it goes from here. I thought it was time, but it was a great match. I suppose, I mean, it has to be in our top 3. I realize that. Even though I was more entertained by other matches on the show.
I can understand why you'd be more, like, to me, nothing entertained me like Goto and Suzuki.
Right.
But
shouldn't that be the criteria for, like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is this criteria of, like, oh, this is the match? It's like these, like, it has to be 45 minutes and have a bunch of crazy spots and shit, or should it be the best match was like the match that you had the most fun watching, right?
No, I get you there.
You know,
I get you there. And I think that's where our SCL top 3 really lies most of the time anyway, because like we've put in matches that are in our top 3. Last week was a 8-man Christmas jingle match or whatever the fuck it was. You know what I mean?
For Ring of Honor.
Yeah. So like we take the entertainment factor into it. I don't. I'm a New Japan nerd though. You know, like when I watch New Japan, I really get into the story, and I like diving deep into these 35-minute matches and just being like, oh yeah, you know, I really enjoy it a lot. In the same time, though, I enjoy watching people do flippy shit. And I like that break into the match. But I don't know. To me, my top three is Goto, Suzuki, Kenny Omega, Jericho, and Okada and Naito. That's my top three.
I could
What's
go
your
with
top
that.
three? No, give me your top three. Maybe we can do a Jim and Tyler's top three for New Japan, I think.
You know, I'm not that far off with that, really. I mean, that's probably fine.
But no,
my debate was like, did I like the Cody match more? And no, I didn't. So I agree. I fully agree with you.
Okay, fair enough.
I just thought like, you know, people were like, oh, it's the best match. Like, was it better than those other two matches we mentioned? You know, like to me, I had more fun watching them than I did this, but.
You
it's an interesting
don't
discussion.
have the compromise.
No, I'm with you. I'm agreeing with you that those three are the top three. I'm just saying, like for me, I was more entertained by the Jericho Omega match and the Suzuki match than I was the Okada and Naito match.
Oh, okay, yeah, no,
that's all I was saying.
I get you there. When you come across it in like the Suzuki Goto match, in no way was a great wrestling match. You know what I mean? Even in a technical standpoint, but the story was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. You just watch two dudes brutalize each other. It's fucking awesome.
Just watch wrestling, not fake. It's like,
yeah.
But like, and then that's the argument is like, should that be in the top three if they're actually not fake wrestling? You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't know.
That's when you go down the rabbit hole, man. You gotta have like a whole special that's refereed by Jared.
Shit. But overall, super good show. I enjoyed it. That was better than probably any WWE show top to bottom ever. Yeah. When's the last time there was a WWE show that had this many matches that you really liked?
Oh yeah, no, you'll never have one. Those days are long gone, Jimbo.
Yeah.
You mind if I call you Jimbo?
With dudes like Baron Corbin on the roster, fuck.
Yeah, it's bound to get a little hairy. So I guess our top three segment is chopped now because we just announced it.
Yeah, we didn't even get to play our new jingle.
No, we didn't. Should we play it anyways?
Play the fucking jingle. God damn, we worked on it.
Suplex City Limits Top 3.
Yeah. Fucking top three.
Top three indeed.
All right.
I think I'm going to call it now. I think we'll get a lot of heat for putting that Goto Suzuki match in there.
Fuck them.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah. That was I liked it more. It was more entertaining. I don't care how many moonsaults it didn't have or whatever.
Yeah.
And from there, let's get into this week's Jared's Hot Takes.
Jared's Hot Takes.
That's the fire department's on. They coming because these takes are so hot they on fire. This is Jared's Hot Take Corner number 3. This is Hot Take number 1. Don't worry about it. Write it down. Get a little piece of paper. I'll wait a second. Just a hot second for you to write these down. All of them. Number 1. Hot Take number 1. The unsung hero of New Japan Pro Wrestling is Asuka Okada. I don't know how to say his name. That's another hot take. I don't know how to say his name. Asuka Okada. It doesn't matter. He doesn't get enough credit for what he's doing out there. I know. Everybody says he's overrated. He's never had a good match in his life. I'm telling you right now. Asuka Okada or Akuna Matata, whatever you want to call him, best wrestler in the company. That's hot take number 1. By the way, this week's hot takes brought to you by Vice Organizer. It's like a fanny pack, but for your cap. It goes right on your bill, and you can just put everything in it. It's Vice Organizer. Take number 2. you. There's a rumor going around that Vince McMahon once had his mistress in the same room as his wife, and people are talking shit about it. I said that is all balls, friend. That is all balls. As any good boss will tell you, competition is good as long as his competition is working and just looking at each other. Linda McMahon's looking at her competition. She's going to try harder. That mistress is going to try harder. That's called motivation. You get you some, Vince McMahon. Hot take number 3. I think, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, they're all going to say the same thing. Jared, you've gone insane with this hot take. I'm telling you, I think, and I'm going to be honest, I think Roman Reigns, a little bit overpushed. A little bit, just a tad. A little bit overpushed. Crowd not big on him. I know it's all popular. Everybody thinks he's this big dog in the yard. I'm telling you, a little overpushed. Thanks again for listening to Jared's hot takes. Those were 3 hot takes. I hope you wrote them all down. Don't forget about Device Organizer. It's like a fanny pack for your cap. Keep your shit in it. Fuck yeah.
Fucking Vines Organizer. Oh, fuck.
Oh, man, that was great. The Vines Organizer.
Jared's hot takes.
Wherever Jared gets his sponsors, man, he's got to get them for the show.
Yeah, right. They're just sponsoring that segment.
Yeah. Like, we don't get none of this. This is all Casa de Jared that gets that.
Yeah. We actually have an advertiser for pay-per-view Take 2. We have a coupon code and everything.
God damn, what are we doing?
Yeah, no, he's just like, oh yeah, I did this, by the way. Like, he accomplishes things I can't accomplish in years of the show. Yeah.
Oh, what a guy. What a guy.
Yeah. We just had a brief intermission to smoke cigarettes, and I was telling Tyler how I feel like I've gone too far. I feel like I'm too high, too fucked up for the show.
To me, I was going to say that now that we've got all of the Japanese sugar out of the way, I feel like I'll be more snappy.
There you go. I'm too fucked up, and then I come in and like grab more fucking booze. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do, man? You know, you're gonna fire me?
Can't fire me. You want to talk about the New Year's Dash?
Let's do it. Let's talk about New Year's Dash. So,
all right.
New Year's Dash essentially is a bunch of 8-mans, but they set up a bunch of feuds.
Yeah, I really like that setup. I like how you get Wrestle Kingdom, big show, all the blow off, and then the next day you've got all these 8-mans set up everything you got going on from here out. It's really fucking good.
Yep. It's a nice, neat way to set up your next basically 6 to 8 months until the G1 comes around. So, I mean, they did a good job with a lot of what they're doing too. So, what happened? What happened with the Elite and Roppongi match? Because I didn't get to see that one, and that's where you started, wasn't it?
Well, I kind of skipped through everything. First match was Young Boys versus Old Guys. It was whatever. After that, you had Kitamura and Jay White.
Yes. What Jay a White fucking beast Kitamura is, though, hey?
Dude, I'm not very good, though. I mean, he's pretty shitty.
But he's been wrestling for, 6 months. Right?
Yeah. Hell of a physique for a Japanese guy, man.
Yeah.
Hell of a physique for anybody, much less a Japanese guy.
But for a Japanese guy, for sure.
He's fucking huge, that guy.
I don't think it's a secret that he's enhanced.
Yeah, I imagine. If he can put it together, I mean, he's got a crazy look. He looks like a badass. If he can start, putting on bad.
You're gone.
Actually, kind of went out of my way to watch this. I'm gone?
No, you're back. It was just a second. I was too overzealous on it.
I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to figure out my shit for next week. I apologize, everybody. I want to fucking. I might as well be on my end. Like your end, you've got all this tech shit, and on my end, I've got like a fucking can with a string. Like my laptop takes a shit, and everything takes a shit.
We're doing this through Morse code. I'm just using some high enhanced frequency.
Not pretty fucking much. So I watched that match to kind of scope out this Kitamura cat because he's new to me.
Yeah.
He won the Young Lions, I guess, this year.
Yes.
I mean, he's like the only dude with a physique in the whole bunch. Like, the 4 young boys that were in this fucking opening match were like the most. I mean, I know that Young Lions are like nondescript, but these dudes were like really nondescript, man. Even for fucking Young Lions.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're only allowed certain things. Like, you take Kitamura now. He's been kind of given the freedom to do certain things, like grow his hair out, and to have that weird mouth guard with teeth. Right? Mm-hmm. He's only allowed to do that because he's one of their top young lions.
Right.
Right. And they're pigeonholed a lot because they can only do certain moves. So like the matches aren't going to be blowout matches anyways because he's not allowed to do certain things.
Yeah. If you want to learn about, you know, the young lions and all that, dude, like I think we mentioned it before, but Showbuckle has an amazing video that will explain like the whole young lion process.
Yeah. And man, you can't blame it. It's a good process. It works.
Seems to work, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Seems to work. But we had Elite with versus Roppongi 3K with Cheeseburger. Matt and Yo were still selling the back, although to comical levels, right? Because they both get in, they lock up. Oh, they both their backs hurt. They go back and forth on this. You know, their backs don't work. There was it was weird for how serious yesterday was. This match was full of silliness, dude, with Omega.
Yeah, well, Omega was also wearing his day off tights.
Is that the deal?
Yeah, the one with the pink frillies. That's his day off tights.
Because there's a point where, like, you know, I don't know, one of them goes through all 3 of their legs and then, like, back through all 3 of their legs. I mean, it was like, it's weird to me. Dude. How do you go from, like, as serious as they were last night to that the next night? I don't know.
Yeah, and that plays basically into the Young Bucks character. And it's like, they'll do it on the big show, you know, it's like what everybody's watching, but the New Year's Dash show will put some comedy in it.
Yeah, and then as it got in there too, you know, they're selling their back so much, but then later on, like, Matt is the one who's holding somebody up, you know, for an indie taker. It's like, really, dude? He's standing there just holding them like, oh. But,
my bad.
No less. Yeah. The Elite pick up the win there. So nothing really after that. And then we had. Do you have the list of who was in this next match even?
No. Well, I don't even know what match you're talking about because I only had the time to breeze through the New Year's Dash show.
Oh my god! I don't have it in front of me. It was like who it was. I just have some like random notes.
That's all I got too. Okay, yeah, you're talking about. You're basically trying to get to the Cody blow off and how he threw shit around, basically.
Well, yeah, post-match, Cody goes kind of fucking crazy, and he wants to take out Ibushi here. And he's got the chair. He's going to fuck him up. Kenny comes out for the save. There's a lot of pushing back and forth between Omega and Cody. They were really pushing that, and I was like, oh, fuck. I thought that's where they were going to go. Because didn't we talk about that, right? That the Long Beach show would end up being Cody and
Ibushi, probably.
No, Cody and fucking.
Oh, sorry, Cody and Kenny.
Kenny.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. So Kenny comes out. There's a lot of back and forth. They finally get Cody out of the ring, and he says to bring Bullet Club back together. They need They need a new member, and he says they need Switchblade, dude. I was like, oh no. When Omega talks, dude, you know who he reminds me of?
Who?
He kind of overdoes it, like Bill Shatner, Captain Kirk.
He kind of does, yes, yeah. I agree. Yeah. But I think a lot of that is being over in Japan.
Maybe.
And being
that wouldn't work here.
No, it wouldn't.
Like if he went to fucking showed up on WWE and had to do that would not work, man.
No, I agree.
But
I agree.
It's just too over the top. It's too Bill Shatner. But he gives White a Bullet Club shirt. He puts it on. They hug. And then out of nowhere, White takes him out with whatever the fuck his move is called.
I can't remember. The Switchblade?
Yeah, I don't know. Basically, what happened was this was when DDP put on the NWO shirt and then took it off and fucked them up and took off. That's the exact same. This was the DDP NWO fucking segment 2.
Essentially. And so basically we're going to, I would imagine we'll get Jay White and Omega at New Beginnings in, was it 27th of January? Or something like that?
That could be.
That's probably what we're going to get.
I mean, that's the next thing to happen, for sure.
Yeah. So I would imagine that's where that's going to go. I would imagine Omega wins. And they'll probably do
I think
this whole
you're going to do
thing.
that, and you're still going to get Cody and Kenny at some point.
Oh, probably. And you'll probably get that at, I still think that you'll probably get that at the G1 special. Actually, that's not even the summer, is it? That's in May, right? Or March? No, it's in March.
April, March, yeah.
It's in March. I don't know. Can they build that so quickly?
I don't know. It'd be a good way to, if you want to move Omega up towards, I don't know. Do you think Omega Okada should even happen this year? I don't think it should.
No, I would be fine with it being next year's Wrestle Kingdom main event, but not this year. Mm-hmm. No, I'd rather stay away from it. I think there's better ways to build the American side than have both champions clash.
Yeah. Good call.
Because where do you go from there?
I don't know. But it was interesting. We'll see what happens with that. We also had Suzuki Goon was out. Did you see that?
Yes. Yes.
His head totally shaved, looked awesome.
I purposely wanted to watch the majority of that match because I wanted to see his head. And I wanted to see how fucking mad he'll be.
Fat Fuck Fale did the first cool thing I've ever seen him do. The ring announcer announces the other two assholes, I don't know, Tongans. Then he goes to announce Fat Fuck Fale, and Fat Fuck just kicks him right in the gut, takes him out, dude. I popped for that. I was like, that is awesome.
Somebody else fucks with him later on in the night. Wasn't it Suzuki?
Threw him out of the ring, dude.
Yeah, he pulled out his microphone and made him fall out of the ring.
And he ate shit. Somebody, I forget who was outside.
Oh, no, that was
Naito.
Naito.
To help him.
That was Naito that did that.
Oh, okay.
That was Naito that pulled on the microphone.
Yeah.
And he gets up, he's like, Los Ingobernables stay Japón.
And yeah, the whole time while this match is happening, Suzuki's outside just going fucking berserk on Tanahashi's leg.
Yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah. Post-match, he grabs the IC belt and cuts a fucking promo in Japanese, which still sounded scary, and I don't even know what he's saying.
You just know somewhere deep inside that body, he means it.
Yeah. See, I guess it translated to that the IC belt is his future, so we also set that up here. So we've set up Jay White and Omega. We've set up Suzuki and Tanahashi.
Yeah.
So
then
shit set up.
Yeah, you basically that should lead us into the main event, would it not?
Yeah.
Which I don't have the full list on who was in the match, but it was Los Ingobernables de Japón, which is Naito, Evil, Sonata, and I think Bushi was in the match. Against Chaos, which was Goto, Ospreay, Okada, Gato. I mean, was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might have been it. And it looks like the match I thought was amazing. For an 8-man tag, that match was tits. Like all the drop kicks to Naito. How bombarded did Naito get with offense? Holy shit. But it was great. Naito! But I thought they did a good job in building up a Takahashi Ospreay match. And obviously the main event. Then they also made it that Asuka and Naito's not done.
Right. Yeah, and afterward, Naito just fucks Okada up, leaves him laying, attacked from behind by Jericho, and the only thing I didn't like about this is a couple of Naito's boys just sitting outside doing jack shit.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Do you see that? They're just standing there, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's like, go in and help your boy. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
He's only Chris Jericho. He's not going to burn him when you touch him.
Yeah, Jericho comes out, fucks shit up. He starts throwing shit around ringside, telling people to go fuck themselves.
Maybe he picks up the announce table and tosses it into the ring.
Yeah.
Like, if it wasn't bolted down, he was going to throw it, and it worked.
Yeah. So it's like, one night, on Wrestle Kingdom, he became like probably the most hated guy in the company, and then like the next day you have him take out the fan favorite. Amazing,
Right?
Well done.
It was.
And who expected that, right? Who expected he'd hang around and that he'd take on Naito? Is he just going to lose again? Is he just going to lose every match over there? I feel like he has to win one, but you can't have him beat Naito.
No, I assume my thoughts is this match takes place at the American Special.
Yeah.
And that probably will be the last time we see Jericho.
Yeah.
But Jim, we should. I would imagine our New Year's Dash talk is summed up fairly nicely. Hey.
Yeah. The only other thing I thought is like he was hanging around. Could you have had Jericho go over Omega, and then have Omega beat him back for the belt in the U.S.?
You could. I would imagine the only thing that probably would have stopped that would have been the fact of they didn't know how well of a match Jericho could have done.
It's true.
Right? So you didn't want to force your hand in the second match.
That's true. Well, we have a question regarding this, don't we?
Yes, so we might as well play that.
What's up, father muckers? The Viva Lajati here with a question for you guys about New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, Wrestle Kingdom 12 is over, and so is New Year's Dash. By the looks of things, Christopher Jericho is going to be sticking around at least for another match, maybe more, with what happened at New Year's Dash with Naito and Okada. So, my question for you guys is, if Jericho's sticking around there for a little bit longer after this little thing with Naito, who would you like to see him go up against? Peace out, guys.
Thanks for sending a question. Yeah, you can email us voicemails, suplexcitylimits@gmail.com. Might play them shits on the air. What do you think, man? What do you got?
To me, the perfect opponent is Naito after Jericho. That's who I would pick to want to see him in a match against.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really want to go Okada. I don't know. That's a hard question.
Yeah, I wouldn't go Okada either.
No.
I think when we were talking about this before, we had mentioned, like, maybe with Naito.
Yeah, Naito to me is the perfect.
After that, where do you go, right?
Yeah, that's I don't know. That's a hard question.
Tanahashi?
No.
A healthy one?
A healthy Tanahashi, yes. A healthy Tanahashi, I would say. Because like Bushi, I think Bushi would be so overwhelming for him.
Yeah, I don't see that working really well.
No. But I don't know, a healthy Tanahashi, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a Liger.
Dude, I was actually thinking that I would fucking totally watch Jericho and Liger.
Oh, definitely. Just that match without him in Super Liger getup? Fuck yeah.
Well, as long as he's not, I was going to say, as long as he's not fucking Super Liger.
Yeah, no, so I'd say that should be our answer there.
There you go. Tanahashi it is.
Tanahashi or Liger.
Yeah, that was New Year's Dash and Wrestle Kingdom. Yes, it's the Super Bowl of it's the WrestleMania for Smarks, right?
Yeah. For us losers, it's our best day of the year.
Yeah, it totally is. And it was another good one this year. What else did we have this week, man?
Oh man, not a whole lot. We have I suppose we can do the news.
I don't have much news, but I suppose we could talk about some news.
Yeah, we'll go for it.
This week in the news, 205 Live show canceled. I wonder why. Over to you, Jim.
A 205 Live event is canceled. They gave a bullshit excuse for it.
Routing.
So that was pretty... Yeah.
You've been running shows for 60 years.
Yeah, the scheduled show January 19th at the Ryan Center in Rhode Island. Canceled due to routing and scheduling issues. Lack of ticket sales.
Lack of ticket sales is right.
Should I fix 205 Live?
Go for it. Fix
it came
them.
to me this week.
Fix them.
You fix 205 Live by vacating the belt somehow and just doing what you did before, resetting it. So you vacate the belt, you reset it with a new cruiserweight tournament. and every week is, I don't know, 2-3 matches of a big fucking tournament. You go back to the CWC style presentation. You basically do the CWC Part 2 on 205 Live to crown the new champion.
Yeah, I mean, it needs something. A reset is a very easy way to start over fresh, and it would have to work if it was booked right. If you still had Vince McMahon to say over it, though, you could try to save it, but he would kill it.
Like, people loved the CWC. We all fucking loved the CWC.
Yeah, because they allowed those guys to go out there and do their match. It wasn't produced by Dean Malenko or somebody else basically Vince McMahon telling people what he wants and then portraying the message to the wrestlers. But I mean, no matter what, if it's in that environment, if it's on the road with Raw or SmackDown, it's going to die. My opinion would be I'd vacate the title, bring it to Full Sail, and just do 205 Live from Full Sail. Because nobody's buying tickets for 205 Live on Raw and SmackDown. It's not like they're drawing people in. So you might as well do it in Full Sail, where you got the building comped. There's no extra cost. You can take these guys off of the road. There's flights gone. They can move to Florida. Treat them like NXT.
That, or, if you did 205 Live every week and it was matches in the CWC Part 2.
Yeah. If they were allowed to work
belt.
like that, yeah.
Yeah, you just do that all over again. Ryan Satin this week. He got in this big thing because he was all mad because Jericho put out a video and he said that his Wrestle Kingdom match is a tribute to his friends, Eddie and Chris, right?
Yeah.
And this made Ryan Satin very... he needed to go into a safe space,
Yeah, because he's a PC warrior.
Yeah. He tweeted out, was Chris Benoit the greatest wrestler of all time? Yes. Did he murder his wife and child and deserve to be erased from wrestling history? Yes. End of discussion, everyone. Let's move on, he says.
Like I said, man, nobody should give Long Your Freaky Jesus a microphone.
I was actually Facebook friends with that dude pre Pro Wrestling Sheet, when he was working at TMZ.
Oh, really?
I'm no longer friends with him now because he's a fucking pussy.
He is. He is a pussy. Now,
those things exist at the same time. I can say he was a great wrestler, and what he did was shitty. But I kind of got it because the other side, all these people came out. I legit saw people saying, "I don't think he did it. I think Kevin Sullivan did it." People legit saying that. I wish Chris Benoit would kill those people.
That's what he should have done.
Jesus Christ.
Was it in poor? Can you say that's in poor taste? You kind of can. Yes, you're attributing your match to a guy that murdered his family. But on the other hand, Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit were friends for years.
Yeah.
Right? You can't just... I'm sure he remembers Benoit more in the light of his buddy Chris.
Yeah.
But...
Dude, I'm gonna, I never did talk about it when it happened, and I probably won't get into a lot of details about it, but I feel like it's similar to this situation. One of Rando and I's good friend back, when Rando was on the show, we woke up one morning, my phone was a million texts and all this shit. And the first one I open is a picture of one of our friends, one of our really good friends from a long time. And it's wanted by the police for fucking murder,
Oh.
And, so I can't want to get into all the details. He killed a man, and then killed himself. And that's like saying that, I would erase this guy from history. He was my friend and I loved the guy. He made a very bad mistake, and
probably in a very bad place mentally.
Right. Well, yeah, he was separated from his wife and she was fucking around with this guy. So it was one of those kind of a deals.
There you go. If you're a little bit on, if there's something not off, a little bit of an imbalance there, that could set somebody off. That can be stressful. that can be
right.
Like, Chris Benoit just had a horrible deal at life. Well, not a horrible deal at life. He brought himself a horrible deal of life with all the steroids and unprotected headshots. But and it gradually made him go crazy.
Well, it's the same thing though. It's like, this dude is my friend. Like I fucking, I loved him. He was my friend. He made some mistakes, obviously, shouldn't, but that doesn't mean that I can't like look back at him and like, as a friend of mine.
Yeah, like
it's a similar situation. Like Benoit can exist as a great wrestler who had amazing matches, and somebody who things got fucked up, and did horrible things.
Yeah,
both those things can be at the same time. What kind of a fucking pussy are you that you think that's like that PC culture, right? He should be erased from history.
Yeah,
should we erase Hitler from history? Not to put Hitler and Benoit on the same level, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Should we just erase our memory of things that don't make us uncomfortable?
Reason number one why he shouldn't be erased from history is the fact that him doing this smartened a lot of people up.
That's a cautionary tale, kind of.
Exactly. That's what history class. You take a history class in school so that you don't make the same fucking mistakes. So yes, you need to learn about stuff. You need to see how the wrong side should be. Basically, what they want to do is make sure that Have you watched Black Mirror?
No.
Okay. Well, it's a Netflix thing. There's an episode where like they have a kid, and every time she sees something graphic or she's not supposed to see, it's just blurry. Is that what you want us to be? Is like whenever there's something that certain people don't want us to see, it's just going to be blurred?
Yeah, that's what people like fucking Ryan Satin want.
Well, yeah. That's that California fucking weird air, man.
Yeah. When that guy fucks his girlfriend, he asks her nonstop. He's like, "Is this okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Is this okay? Are you sure?"
If I'm not doing an adequate job, I can get off.
And when I mean fucking his lady, I mean scissoring his pussy against her pussy.
Fucking his doll.
Yeah.
He gets his doll. He's so PC, he gets his doll to sign a consent form before he fucks her.
This is the same guy who remember, I don't know if we talked about it on here, but he was all bent out of shape at Jericho about the cruise thing. Did you hear about that?
No.
Jericho said, we've got this many. Hey guys, there's this many or this percentage of the people coming on the cruise are women. That's a lot of bikinis and shit, and get your fucking tickets now. And Ryan Satin, that fucking triggered him.
Oh man.
Well, he was pissed.
He's the one that got on Disco's dick, right? For asking him to send him pictures of hot girls at wrestling shows.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's a fucking little bitch.
Him and Adam Blampied should have a tag team where they fuck each other in the ass.
He probably thinks that Blampied's a terrible person. He asked a woman for pictures of her tits.
I've never done that. I just pried into people's personal life on TMZ.
Yeah, he should be erased from the wrestling the wrestling YouTube history. Fuck him. Yeah. Fucking Ryan Satin, bitch.
Oh, wrong one. That's right next to bitch.
Bitch. Burying, bitch. I got you. I feel you.
Dark and morbid.
So yeah, we've been lobbing shots this week. It's me and Satin. Like you last week, you went on this fucking disco tirade. I'm surprised nobody sent that to him. I half expected to hear back. I'm like, oh god, so because we know the producer of that show. We're friends with him. I was waiting for him to hear it.
I completely regretted the whole thing after I did it. Like after the show was over, it's like, fuck. What if I become that guy? And then it's like, you know what? I don't really care that much. I'll say it again.
Yeah, fuck it. But no less. Moving on from that. What else do you have in the news? It was kind of a slow week, I thought.
You had Enzo Amore and Braun Strowman sent home from the tour with illness. They canceled all of Enzo's bookings. They took him out of the mixed tag classic because he's got the flu. It's like, man, what kind of flu's he got? He's got that Diacon Mid-A Surful AIDS fucking weird stuff, eh?
I have no idea what they're doing.
That was me trying to mumble all the STDs into one word.
Oh.
But that's Brian came out and said that if he's not wrestling at WrestleMania, he won't be wrestling in WWE at all. And I don't know how that's a thing anymore. It's like I've just given up hope that he's going to wrestle in WWE.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. I hope he leaves.
Yeah, me too. Exactly. And Beth Phoenix is going to commentate mixed tag.
Gives a fuck.
Yeah. So I'm
going to watch that.
That's basically the news rolled up in like a 15-second clip.
Talking about Brian leaving and stuff, it kind of I saw this great post by a listener of the show, Brad. I'm sure you know Brad.
Yeah.
From the group and shit.
Big bearded Brad.
Yeah, B-Rad, dude. He said something I thought was really interesting, Luke. He said, you ever notice how the same fans that complain every week how much they hate WWE wish that wrestlers they like would sign there?
Right?
But then they complain about how said wrestlers being misused and should go somewhere else. And I was like, you fucking nailed it,
It's a vicious circle, man. It is.
It's absolutely true. That guy should go. He should go to WWE. Oh, they're not using him. He should leave. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Tell me again how Ricochet is going to be helped going to the
Oh,
WWE.
my God. He's a fucking psycho.
He is a fish in a barrel.
Yeah. What? And, dude, and that's a whole other subject, too, right? It's like, are any of these guys going to go there now? If you look at, like, what they've done with Balor and Nakamura and fucking... The only guy who did it was Styles somehow pulled it out.
And he didn't even go through NXT?
Well, that's true. But, like, if you're an Okada or a Naito or any of those fucking guys, there's no way you want to go there, is there?
No, they'll never go.
I feel at some point it's got to be where people start to think about that. Like, is this really what I want to do?
Like,
you know?
You'll hear every now and then that, Naito and Gato are backstage at Raw or whatever. You know what that probably is? Them getting tips from how to do a show from WWE production-wise. Like lighting and shit. Or like how the mechanics work. That's probably what... No, but like, mind you, I don't mean like they're trying to change the whole look of New Japan. I just mean like the technology that WWE uses to make their show compared to what they use.
Surprised they let those guys backstage, Okada and shit.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. But it is.
And that's another side note while we're side noting. Good luck on WWE producing something as excellent as Wrestle Kingdom has produced.
Man, like there's certain things where they were focusing on Okada and Naito walked around in the background. And it was the perfect time.
Dude, Okada, I forgot to mention that. Right, Okada's up in the corner, with the crowd cheering and shit. And in the foreground is fucking Naito. And it was amazing.
Yeah. They do so many things like that where, like, Naito will do something, he'd sit up and he's giving a cocky look to the crowd, and the camera's focused on him, and you can see Okada wincing in pain in the background. Man, this is shot beautifully. The WWE would not know how to do this at all. Not even close.
Yeah, anytime somebody gets up on top, the camera is super low to the mat and far. It's like the way they film the shit is a million times better. And those guys, the thing that's funny is like WWE is so cocky that they're not even aware of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't even have in their minds that their shit's awesome, and their production could never touch this production.
I heard somebody
never touch it.
I heard somebody say that. I can't remember what it was on because I listened to a lot of wrestling podcasts today. They said if WWE is making movies and New Japan are too, then WWE must be making those shitty Arnold Schwarzenegger movies back in the day or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, no, that's a great analogy towards it for sure.
Well, if somebody's brawling outside outside of the fucking ring, it's like Blair Witch, man.
Yeah.
Shaky fucking camera. Yeah. You can't see anything in WWE. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. There's
when
no
you
detail.
watch it, you can't see anything.
No.
Because the camera angle switches every second. Switch. And that's not even an exaggeration.
You're talking to a guy that tries to scour these shows to get clips for stuff. And it's just like, man, like just to get a good still.
You can't.
Almost impossible because it's switching so much.
It's somebody back there who it's done, who has no idea how to produce television, who thinks that that's what you do when you fucking direct television, is that you just, you switch the camera every second. Camera this, camera that, camera fuck. Oh, it's like, you can't see anything. That and it's shaking all over the place. Ugh.
WWE and their cost cutting. Man, just cut some camera guys. Like, fuck, that's a hefty cost cut right there. You don't need like 12 camera guys.
Give me a tier of the fucking network where I pay $5 more for just the hard cam. Fuck all your other cameras. I just want to see what's happening. When you watch New Japan, you can see what's happening. I don't know. I literally feel like WWE, I can't see what's even going on because it's just nonstop fucking camera bullshit.
Yeah.
Make you fucking sick. Original Glow wrestler, Mount Fiji. I'm not joking. She died at age 60.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was like the big fucking, the really big lady.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
I don't know if you saw the doc, she was the one who was like in a fucking wheelchair and shit.
I didn't see the doc. No, I just remember seeing clips of the old show.
Oh, dude, you got to watch the Glow doc that's out there is amazing.
Really?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It came out. It was like the people behind the new Glow TV show saw that doc and were like, "Fuck, we could do something with this."
Huh?
Yeah, it's really good. Karl Malone, the former WCW superstar, Karl Malone, had an in-ring moment after SmackDown Live with Rude. They both did the Glorious pose.
Oh my Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Wow.
And WCW superstar Karl Malone.
Yeah.
And also
never been in WWE ever.
Kane sang a duet with Elias.
Boy, dark match, like off camera.
Yeah. At a live event.
Oh wow.
Well, there's footage of it.
I don't. I'm not gonna lie. Don't want to see it. That would be one of those things where, like, if I was at a show, I would not record that.
Yeah.
Because I would just be like, you know what, man, I'm not even going to pay attention to this.
Yeah. He came out and interrupted a duet between Elias and the Good Brothers. And then sang She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain with Samson.
Oh, wow. Oh, just the worst song choice in the world, hey?
Yeah. Oh, dude. That was like the same night as Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah. Oh, great googly moogly.
I'm going to bring it up because you failed. Because Scotty wanted you to give me shit about the World Juniors.
Man, I keep on forgetting about that. I even replied to him when we were having a smoke. I still forgot about it. Yeah, no. Yeah, the USA, how the Mighty have fun. They really dived their way into that one, eh?
I thought we were going to repeat this year.
They really tried to get a lot of diving penalties or tripping penalties, if you ask me.
Yeah. Did you see the new Ring of Honor belts?
No, I did not.
Yeah, they unveiled new belts for updated designs for the tag team, 6-man, and television titles.
Oh, cool.
They also
unveiled the women's title, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I love some people I saw all kinds of people with these real serious takes about, women's wrestling, women of honor, and this and that. And our whole statement on it was, it gums up the gears. Right?
Yeah.
I'd rather this not. I better not have to start watching shitty women's matches on fucking Ring of Honor TV and Ring of Honor pay-per-views.
I really hope not either. You know what, though, Jim? I say we should vow to skip the stuff that comes up the gears.
Tonight? Yeah. Mrs. Vicious just came out to tell me that Canada indeed won the gold this evening.
Fuck yes, bro. Take that.
Take that, America.
Take that.
I guess we'll just have to, settle for winning at everything else. America.
Fuck yeah.
No, I don't know. That's about all I got for the fucking news.
That's all I got. All my news is wrapped up, too, in a tiny little bow.
There you go. What else did we have here?
There's Raw and SmackDown, but I don't really want to go through that.
Oh, dude, I don't either. It was this whole week, too. NXT recap, Ring of Honor recap. I heard Impact had a couple of decent matches, but like, what am I gonna do? Watch that after like Wrestle Kingdom?
Right?
No, dude, I'm not gonna do that. So,
Like, if there was a couple decent matches on WWE television, like Joe and Reigns was an okay match, for a television match.
Both these shows were fucking had sparse crowds.
Yeah.
At best. I mean, yeah. Raw, was there anything really that was like
No.
Bray Wyatt and Apollo Crews?
Tyson Dana. Tyson Dana was fucked.
Crews hasn't had a match in so long that he was like grew a beard to pass the time. It's fucking seriously. That's what he's been doing.
Fuck yes, that was great. That was great. Oh man, was Goldust on 205 Live last week, or was that this week?
No, that was on Raw. You saw his golden balls. Just balls, dude. Saggy ass nutsack from behind, bent over.
Fuck yes.
Oh my god.
That right there should tell you how quickly 205 Live is going to die. I don't give them WrestleMania.
Do you see the Woken Matt thing where he's on the screen and it keeps going into like smaller and smaller screens and high pitch? And
I hate this more and more every week.
It's not good anymore, dude. No. It's not good anymore.
No, they're obviously not letting Matt do it. They're coming up with Matt's bits.
Oh yeah, they are. Dude, I love it. Like Nia. Enzo's not even on the show, but like Nia blows her off to go deliver soup to him and shit. Like really.
Yeah, I'm skipping out on work. See you later.
Looks like mac and cheese, like watery mac and cheese to me, but I think she'd probably be a good. Yeah, I'd expect her to be a good cook.
I mean, you probably expect me to be a good cook too, but I'm not.
Yeah, Asuka and Bliss in a non-title match.
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no more cringe.
Alpha Monster, dude. That's the new buzzword.
The Alpha Monster.
Kane and Braun. Yeah, Kane and Braun were backstage. Kane wanted to team up with him against Lesnar, but they said Alpha Monster multiple times. So I guarantee when Royal Rumble comes, it'll be to find out who's the Alpha Monster of WWE. It's going to be a thing. Yeah.
I suppose to round off Raw, what's your take on them finally putting Gallows and Anderson with Finn Balor?
After they've had those guys dress up as scientists and like have bowls and jars, and they've had this fucking guy like feud with the Miztourage, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of a little too late, if you ask me.
I mean, it's better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
I loved how they had like Balor's back talking to Angle, and they have him bring up that he never got his rematch. Like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you remind we want to remind you guys about this giant plot hole?
How we've been holding him down here.
Yeah. I mean, I was stoked that he was with the Good Brothers. Hopefully they do something with it. I could like those guys in the Shield. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, if you build it up good enough, if you let the club look like a decent amount of guys, a decent group of guys instead of jobbing them out all the time.
I feel like you drove him into the fucking ground, though.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is can they rebound from that?
Yeah. Reigns beats fucking Joe clean.
Yeah.
Clean on Raw.
Yeah. This was the time where they could get the title off of Reigns before he goes and takes on Brock. Where he could have just been DQ'd.
Dude, why couldn't you have done that? Yeah, that was the perfect way to get out of it.
Yeah, it was. And they, what it probably was is like, they probably changed their mind like 8 times over the week.
Yeah.
And probably 5 minutes before the match. It's like, no, we're keeping it on Reigns.
Yeah. Oh, I don't doubt that for a second, dude. I don't doubt that for a second. That's some dog shit. And dude, Joe could have been there, Lesnar, right? They could have told Lesnar to go fuck himself with his paydays and shit. And Joe could have been when he took on Lesnar, he could have fucked Lesnar up and been the new Lesnar.
Yeah, because
Braun could be the new Lesnar.
Joe can be better than Lesnar because Joe can talk for himself. Like some of the best promos on Raw right now are Joe's promos.
That's no shit. Yeah, that's true. They're just really fucking dumb with this shit.
Yeah,
What else did we have?
We had SmackDown where you had bullshit. The same stuff we're seeing every week. We had the tag team championship match. We had a weird replay that negates every wrong finish you've ever done where the referee has been wrong. Where was the replay then, motherfuckers?
I love that. Benjamin and Gable come out, and like Benjamin nearly falls over the top rope to the outside. Did you see that?
Yes.
Like they pose on the ropes, and he almost fucking went over the ropes.
He almost biffed her right out. I feel like I may be wrong in saying this, but I think that's happened before.
I feel like it was with Matt Hardy, right? Matt Hardy's NXT guy stepped on the rope and dumped Hardy over the top.
It was.
I think.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. I remember this now.
Yeah. So, like, they drop the belts, but oh no, it's bullshit, and then the Usos just win. The point of this, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
I also don't like that they've taken, Styles and the belt and wrapped it up in this fucking nonsense with, like, Bryan and Shane, and Isn't there some, like, fucking 5-way coming up, right?
That's the rumor, yeah. That's, like, a leaked picture that came out. I don't know if that's actually legit, though.
I wouldn't fucking doubt it. Oh my god. Breezango and the Bludgeon Brothers, 3 weeks in a row. Pre-match, the Ascension come out and get their ass rolled. And the crowd doesn't say anything. The crowd's silent the whole fucking way.
Yeah, it's... we've always talked about Bludgeon Brothers music. I'm a fan of their music until it does the weird violin part.
Yeah.
The boom, 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 boom. I'm okay with that. But when it goes into that weird bit, man, no, fuck that noise.
Here's a hot take. The Bludgeon Brothers will not survive the year.
Oh, that is
They will not
definitely a hot
survive the
take.
year.
Nobody's going to agree with you on that one, Jim.
Oh my god! And dude, that's what I said, right? We talked about that last week. You have them with the B squad fucking tag team. So what are you trying to do? Like, really?
Yeah, do you expect them to get over?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
No. Then we
They had
had
a Mute Mojo pre-tape where they're trying to capture the YouTube fucking thing. What you were saying though, I would watch that YouTube promo, and it was fucking really good.
It
You were
was.
right.
It was a great. Well, I wouldn't say really a great promo. It was a really good promo. This was nothing towards it though, because this was a completely different Mojo. There was no emotion in his voice whatsoever. He was just stone cold looking to the camera.
Yeah. Good English and Woods, which I fucking just the little things, man. Like Woods is down on the ground, and out of nowhere, Big E shows up and starts like hurling pancakes on top of him to like fucking regen his health. so amazing. He wins the match, and they celebrate by like stuffing his fucking mouth so full that it was like fucking Paige's mouth full of Maddox's dick.
Nice.
They just shoved pancakes into Woods' mouth. Like his mouth is overflowing with pancakes.
Hey man, that's the only way to eat pancakes.
Well, you might as well.
Might as well go down happy.
Yeah. Then there's this women's shit, which was just awful.
Man, Tamina, I didn't think anybody noticed this, but I was listening to Wrestling Soup and they noticed it. How Tamina got really, really awkward and couldn't find her pockets, and her hands were just rubbing herself. She didn't know what to do, and then all she said was, "That was foolish." It's like, yep, Tamina, that was foolish. Fuck, man, I died laughing at that.
Yeah, she was with Carmella and Natalia. They took on the Riot Squad. The crowd was literally so fucking quiet that I could hear Natalia fart, honestly.
Yeah. It was
Do you remember that was a fucking thing?
with the best wrestler in the world, right? Fucking Great Khali.
I just remember like Natalia having the farting gimmick where she would fart all the time, and
She's been given the shaft so many times.